Well, hello, my fellow citizens and fellow Americans, and thank you for joining me for another day of freedom here in the United States of America. Americans are incensed, enraged, and disturbed by the events in Boston. Immediately, blame was placed on the government, who was supposedly warned about extremist qualities of these individuals and their possible individualist acts. We have heard this before, and it is almost commonplace in the news media today to make sure they tingle the anger of American citizens to draw more ratings. Irregardless, the tragedy took place, and the sounds of counterculture are the echoes of possible militant ties to anti-American doctrines and practices from abroad. Citizens are asking, what are the solutions to the possibilities of more acts of terror in our country? Someone tweeted an essential inference to our particular need. They said, if we unite with common unity and purpose in our nation, love of neighbor, and know one another, incidents like Boston are less likely to happen. The common defense of unity, despite our differences, is the sufficient conclusion we all today should come to. This is much of an impossibility in today's age, with counterculture running wild in our nation. It is a subtlety our enemies relish, and the youth energizing it with current political difficulties and problematic situations facing their future. Just the other day, I saw an individual spew absolute hatred at the government and its leaders, as if blaming the government was the reason for his woes and difficult situations. Nothing could be further from the truth. We, the citizens of the United States, are the lifeblood of the nation, and the dissatisfactions with our current government must not be seen as an opposing foe, but as essentially just a difference. This changes the demeanor of our approach, opening up possibilities of distinctive solutions, uniting us all with common purpose and love of intelligent problem solving, provoking the best in us all. This is a difficulty today because of the stubbornness of television news journalists. When commenting about the bombings in Boston, a female news journalist said, "You can expect more of this happening," as if she was some kind of expert and prophetic voice. This attitude runs counter to what we all desire in our nation. We do not in any way, shape, or form want America to become an embroiled nation of terror acts and hatred. As JFK said, in the long history of the world, only a few generations have been granted the role of defending freedom in its hour of maximum danger. He said, I do not shrink from this responsibility. I welcome it. I do not believe that any of us would exchange places with any other people or any other generation. The energy, the faith, the devotion which we bring to this endeavor will light our country and all who serve it, and the glow from that fire can truly light the world. But Kennedy also emphatically said, let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, bear any burden, meet any hardship, support any friend, oppose any foe, to assure the survival and the success of liberty. Now, these are the historic qualities we all should remind ourselves of in this time of tragedy and resolve. Yet, as mentioned elsewhere, counterculture filtered into the mainstream by television news journalists dismantles our nation. Television counterculture is a form of an enemy of the state, a destructive force, harming the well-being of all patrons, inciting schism and hatred, of our children, youth, and middle-aged and elderly. The argument is that countercultured news journalists are just telling the truth, and that the results are what has come about because of the truth. There is a saying that truth is ruthless. This is true. And it is true that when you are reporting the truth, there can be quarrelsome twists of intentional hostility, which we are seeing today. And it is no longer a presentation of the truth, but truth is used as an act of division and disunion, which we see constantly in the news media today. This is not patriotism, but a chosen part of separation of love of country and neighbor, and our enemies love it. They want to see division and collapse in our country. They want us to convert and accept the ideology of militant terrorism in our nation, so there is no resistance to their cause. Television counterculture news journalists are helping further their cause, inciting division and dislike of our country, our government, and one another, and our enemies welcome it and encourage it. Let the opposite be true. Winston Churchill said, "Let Hitler and his lackey crew do their worst, and we will do our best, till they are expunged from the earth." This is the attitude and character we all possess deep down in as Americans. Let us rise out of our sleep, defend all that is good in our nation, fight with all our powers within, defeating all our adversaries, both foreign and at home, till our nation is embroiled in peace, displaying our resolve as an undefeated power that cannot ever be moved. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.